It's very difficult to let people go that you've known for a long time because number one, you love them and you don't want to do that to them. But number two, you know that it's hurting you and you know that there's no growth happening. You know that they're not genuinely invested in getting to know you, but that they're projecting an idea of you that is false. So it's very difficult. It's also difficult because you want to understand why you're doing it. You want to make sure that when you do it, you did it from a clear mind. So for me, there were many light bulb moments that I needed to have before I did it. One of them was nothing I do is ever enough. It's never enough. Even if I'm on my best behavior, I'm still not getting anything out of this deal, out of this relationship. They're just waiting on standby to criticize me again. So nothing I do is ever enough. Another good sign for me was that they weren't adding anything positive to my life, right? I just wanted to be left alone and they always needed something from me. So that's a good sign for you. If people always need something from you and you just want to be left alone, you just want to live in peace, they shouldn't be in your life. And I think another big one for me was they weren't interested in hearing how I feel. It didn't matter how I presented it, if I was super compassionate, if I was super kind and diplomatic. They weren't interested in hearing how I feel about our relationship. And I wasn't looking to blame them. It was more like, hey, this is who I am. This is how this makes me feel. And this is how I want to be treated. I couldn't even get that far. Do you know what I mean? Because some people are so busy protecting their idea of how they love you. And the whole time you're like, your love feels like abuse to me. I need you to hear that, but they can't hear that. They can't hear that. So they're too busy protecting their ego. And a lot of times these people want you in their life because of how other people perceive them. It's not really about you. It's not about them loving you. You feel when someone loves you. They take time to get to know you. They take time to understand you so that they can show up in a better way for you. But you can sense when someone needs you, not because they love you, but because of how they're perceived by others if you're not in their life. So yeah, I had a lot of light bulb moments where I said, number one, nothing positive is being added to my life. Even when we get along, there's nothing positive. I don't feel loved. It was also that, what else did I say? Oh, I wanted to be left alone and they always needed something. Nothing I did was ever enough. And that last one I shared, which was they weren't interested to hear how I truly feel. So what do you do with someone who isn't invested in learning what bothers you and they can't even allow you to finish one sentence because they're so busy defending themselves? They're defending themselves because how they're perceived by the world is more important than you. They actually don't know how to nurture you. They actually don't know how to love you. They don't know how. And so what are you going to do? Stay in there the rest of your life, hoping and wishing, hoping that you can get through to them? No, you're not able to get through to them because they don't have the capacity emotionally to be able to hear you without coloring the conversation with their own projections. It's exhausting. So eventually you say, I want to live a peaceful life. I want to write a new story. I don't want to stay in this cycle of abuse. So I hope that helps you.